And a good morning, weather or not meteorologist Evan Hatter with a check of your forecast here on this Tuesday morning, brought to you as always by On Target. And we're targeting perhaps some precipitation on the radar this morning, already seeing that potential across portions of Butler County. However, I don't think this is reaching the ground. Many of us dry this morning. You see it on the radar. However, we are watching at least some returns coming into portions of Butler County. In fact, much of Butler County seeing that green on the radar, but I don't think it's reaching the ground. Dew points are in the 20s this morning, so the likelihood is that this is not reaching the ground. As a matter of fact, here's the look from our Morgantown Skycam, and you see it's looking dry, but it is looking breezy. If you look every so often, you can actually see the camera shaking. That is the breeziness we have out there. We'll get to that in just a second. A look from our White Squirrel Weather Nest cam overlooking the campus of Western Kentucky University. You can see the layers of cloud cover working in. Already an overcast day throughout the Wobbles region, and excuse me, we should expect more of that as we head through the remainder of our day as we increase breeziness, temperatures, and showers as we work through the day. Speaking of those temperatures, it's a heat wave out there, especially compared to where we were during the day on yesterday. How about temperatures in the low 50s for many starting out this morning? 52 on the north side of Bowling Green and on the Warren-Barron County line, 52 Scottsville and Russellville, 51 the cool spot in Franklin this morning, 53 up into Morgantown. That is a good 25 to 30 degrees warmer than we were this time yesterday. That's equaling the potential for scattered showers and, yes, even some thunderstorms working into the region, especially as we head into later on tonight. As a matter of fact, already tracking some of those showers and thunderstorms out to the west. We'll pop the radar on and you'll see we're tracking showers and storms, not in the region, but it is quite a bit out to the west. Tornado warnings in effect across portions of Oklahoma this morning. Some very intense cells near Henrietta, McAllister, Oklahoma. That whole system is pushing to the east as we work through the day. Let's go back to our radar view, or our temperature view, and you'll see we'll turn on the winds, and you can see already sustained gusts to 10 to 15 miles per hour throughout the region. Look at Franklin. The Mesonet site in Franklin sustained to 20, gusting to 25 already, and it's just now 6 o'clock in the morning. So we will continue to see some very gusty conditions as we work through the day. The reason for that, you see it on the surface map this morning, low pressure across West Kansas. That will continue to develop and push on to the east and the northeast. It'll drag that cold front through the region as we work a little bit later on today. You notice the main warm front with this particular system still well to the south, and that is where the main bulk of the severe weather chances will be as we work through the day today. Doesn't mean we can't see a strong storm, but I don't think widespread severe weather looks to be in the cards for us as we work through the day today. Mild temperatures, though, those will likely be on the case. As a matter of fact, the HER is underdoing temperatures out there this morning by a few degrees, so add a few degrees to this. Models often underestimate southerly and southwesterly winds and their ability to warm up the atmosphere, so yeah, I think we'll be dealing with much warmer air throughout the day. You see even by noon pushing mid-60s. I think some of us could go into the 70s as we work through the afternoon hours today, just because we have that very warm wind out of the south and southwest pushing on into the region. It'll make it feel spring-like, but it'll also be quite breezy. We do have a wind advisory goes into effect late tonight and actually late this afternoon and runs through the day tomorrow. So some gusty winds outside of any scattered showers or thunderstorms look to be the main calling card with this as we work through the early parts of our work week, the rest of our Tuesday and into our Wednesday. You see, whoa, there we go. Let's pull that back up. You see, here's that cold front pushing on to the west by 2, 3, 4 o'clock. Paducah dropping into the 50s as we push into the 70s. I think some of us are going to be dealing with some very warm conditions before that cold front works on through. You see, we get much cooler as we work through the night tonight, and then as we head into tomorrow, that's when the bottom starts to drop out of the thermometer, when those temperatures get back into the 30s during the day, following a day flirting with 70 today. Watching that line of showers and storms, some have already gone up across Oklahoma and Texas where they were dealing with severe weather overnight. The main bulk of the severe weather is going to stay to our south. We'll show you the map in just a second. But again, we're going to be watching through the day. We should start to increase the potential for scattered showers as we work through the daytime hours. But the main bulk of the activity, potentially some heavy rain at times, starts pushing through as we head into the evening hours. This is 6 o'clock tonight, and you can see we're starting to push some of the gustier showers into place. And you see that line as the cold front pushes through, or tries to push through during this evening. This is 8 o'clock tonight. You'll see the bulk of the reds and the purples. Those stay to our south across Middle Tennessee. Those would be indicative of some very heavy rain and some gusty winds working through the evening and overnight hours tonight. I don't think, again, severe weather really not in the cards for us. We just don't have that low-level instability that would really help bring some of the very strong winds aloft to the ground that we are dealing with out there. It's a very dynamic system for this time of year, but I don't think we're able to get the storm fuel in place that would equal the potential for severe weather. But some gusty winds and heavy rain, a possibility as we head through the overnight. That pushes on through. Then as the low starts twirling off to our north and west, well, it's still twirling now, but it'll start twirling in our direction as we work through the morning hours. Some showers a possibility, and as we crash those temperatures tomorrow afternoon into the 30s and 40s, you see widespread precipitation. Think about this, though. Temperatures are going to be in the 30s and 40s, so likely some of this is going to be falling as snow, and I can't rule out some snow squalls that could impact visibility and travel late tomorrow afternoon and into the early hours of our Thursday, our very early hours of Thursday. Obviously, I don't believe this is going to accumulate too much on the ground. Anything is to be on the grassy surfaces, but something to keep an eye on if you are traveling, perhaps the evening rush hour tomorrow, where we could be dealing with some snow showers throughout the region. It shouldn't amount to much on the roads, but it is something to watch as we work through the end of our Wednesday. Severe weather chances. The Storm Prediction Center yesterday afternoon put us back in the level 1 marginal risk for severe weather. Not a bad call. I mean, it's a very dynamic weather system. It doesn't take a whole lot of instability to bring some of those gusty winds to the ground, but certainly the best chance for severe weather is going to be well to our south, an enhanced risk from the Ark-La-Tex region all the way through the Gulf Coast of Mississippi and Alabama, even taking in portions of far west Florida. So that's where the severe weather bulk of it will be today. Let's zoom in on that map just so you can see the full extent. You see, this is not a severe weather problem for us so much as it is a problem further on to the south. Our big calling card with this is going to be the wind. We have a wind advisory goes into effect 3 o'clock this afternoon, runs through 6 o'clock tomorrow night for the potential for gusts to get up above 40 miles per hour. You see the map. This was put out yesterday afternoon by our friends at the National Weather Service in Louisville. 90% chance of seeing wind gusts greater than 40 miles per hour. I mean, we're already seeing gusts to 25 this morning, and it's just 6 a.m. So I think the most likely time for those gusts is going to be on the backside of the low tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. That's where that wind advisory is in place. And if we can get any of those storms that will really that are able to grow tall enough, that's where we could see some gusty winds tonight. But I think the main threat is going to be for gusty winds as we head into the day tomorrow. So, wrapping it all up, your next 6-day weather forecast. How about upper 60s to near 70 out there today, but it will be breezy as we deal with that and cloudy, so not exactly a beautiful day out there. Showers tonight, mid-40s, some rumbles of thunder, some gusty winds a possibility. Those showers continue into tomorrow. That 55 is a midnight high as we start to drop those temperatures into the 30s and 40s into the afternoon. That's where we watch those snow squalls. We should finally be getting this low pressure out of here by Wednesday night into Thursday. Lows near freezing, and we're much cooler into the day on Thursday, with highs below average in the upper 40s to near 50. We'll try to recover that as we head towards Friday and Saturday. Another system tries to work our way, this one much weaker than the one we're dealing with and likely to be further to the south. So while it could throw some showers our way Friday night into Saturday, not looking at too much of a big issue. Then we're a little quieter as we head towards the weekend, 55 with those shower chances Saturday, mid-30s as we head into Saturday night. How about mid and upper 50s back as we head towards Sunday? That looks to be the trend as we head early this week. One more thing we want to note before we hop off this afternoon, or this morning, I should say. Boy, that waking up early really does change your perspective on times. The annual statewide tornado drill, it is Severe Weather Awareness Week here in the Commonwealth. Usually the Wednesday of Severe Weather Awareness Week. We've pushed the tornado drill to Friday because of the active weather in place on Wednesday. So it's the same time. It'll be 9:07 a.m. on Friday morning now instead of Wednesday morning. A good time to practice your tornado precautions as we enter the severe weather season here in the spring. Just something to think about. We would expect to hear the cows and the local sirens go off, as well as your weather radios and the emergency alert system on television as we work through our Friday morning. Either way, looking much quieter once we get past this active period of weather on our Tuesday night into Wednesday. We'll be providing coverage all night on social media, and we'll hop back on Facebook if need be throughout the evening. That should do it for me this morning. Weather or not meteorologist Evan Hatter with your